In the mid-17th century, England was torn apart, not by foreign invaders, but by its own people. From 1642 to 1651, the nation plunged into a brutal civil war, a conflict that would redefine the very soul of the country. This wasn't just a fight for land. It was a struggle over power, religion, and the fundamental question of who should rule. At the heart of the storm stood King Charles I. He was a firm believer in the divine right of kings, the idea that his authority was granted by God alone and could not be questioned by mere mortals, not even Parliament. He clashed with them constantly, raising taxes without their approval and imposing religious practices that angered the growing Puritan movement. By 1642, the simmering tensions finally exploded into open warfare. England split into two factions. On one side, you had the Royalists, also known as the Cavaliers, who were loyal to the king and the traditional order. On the other, the Parliamentarians, or Roundheads, who fought for the rights of Parliament and greater religious freedom. The country became a battlefield. Early clashes like the Battle of Edge Hill were indecisive, but the tide began to turn with the creation of Parliament's new model army. This was a professional fighting force, disciplined, well-equipped, and driven by fierce ideological conviction. Under commanders like Oliver Cromwell and Sir Thomas Fairfax, they delivered crushing defeats to the Royalists at key battles like Marston Moor and, most decisively, at Naseby in 1645. By 1646, King Charles I was captured, but the conflict was far from over. Even as a prisoner, he tried to play his enemies against each other, refusing to accept defeat. But the trust was gone. The radical wing of the army grew tired of his plotting. In a move that sent shockwaves across Europe, Charles was put on trial for treason against his own people. In January 1649, he was found guilty and executed. A king had never been tried and executed by his own subjects before. The monarchy was abolished, and England was declared a commonwealth, a republic. Oliver Cromwell, the brilliant military leader, soon became the most powerful figure in this new republic, eventually taking the title of Lord Protector. He was a complex man, a puritanical reformer, who brought order, but also ruled with an iron fist, using his army to suppress dissent in England, Scotland, and Ireland. The final major battle of the wars took place at Worcester in 1651, where Cromwell's forces crushed a final royalist attempt to restore the monarchy, solidifying Parliament's control. The English Civil War left a deep and lasting scar on the nation, but it also forged a new future. It permanently destroyed the idea that an English monarch could rule with absolute power. It established the principle that Parliament was a core part of the nation's government. Setting the stage for the constitutional monarchy we see today, it was a brutal, decade-long struggle of ideals as much as swords, a revolution that shaped the story of democracy, not just in Britain, but around the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into history interesting, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories from the past. See you next time.